Hey guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. Okay, excuse me. I'm gonna make this the weekly throw for this week. Okay, I have quite a few visions on what's going on here, so I kind of want to give you a visual too, which was why I went this route. Sometimes I need to solve out these issues with a lot of the messages that I get, so that's why I do this. Okay, and I hope that it helps you too. Okay, I feel this energy. It's very heavy. Okay, I think people are really hurting right now. Okay, and I have to go with the messages I get. I wish I could give you lighter readings. Sometimes I wish I could, you know, I really do. I'm envious of the readers that can give the lovely readings because I seem to get the stuff sometimes that most of the time that deal with a lot of the life um, the really hard life things that people go through, and not that I'm not blessed to be able to help in some way, right? But unfortunately, sometimes I'd love to give a lovely reading. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I pray that this reaches the right person, because the funny thing was this morning before I threw this, I really had an inkling to just ask for extra, just help me put this in a way that I can really make a difference in someone's life and let that person or people see what they need to see here. And the Transcendence card, which is here, the funny thing with this card is it fell out. It fell out 3 times, and I put it back in 3 times. And when I shuffled, it came out. So there's a real, and that's what I'm feeling. Transcendence, yes, someone could have passed very close to you, but it can also mean when we carry hate around, or we put on a smiling face, but we don't forgive the things that people do to us, or the part that we think we played in things, or the part that we did play in things, right? What that does is it really just changes the chemical makeup in your body, and that welcomes in disease. But at that point, we think we deserve it, right? Because we hurt someone, or we're really missing someone, a parent, a child passes away, someone we cared for, a loved one, a partner, a husband, a wife, right? We 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 become very closed off. That's when our ivory tower becomes a castle, because we've now shut ourselves off, and we think of it's life of despair. It brings us to a really dark place, right? But transcendence and worthiness come in here. And it's funny because the energy cards fell out too. It's healing, letting go, and success. Success is just in, I have a life back now where I can use the things um, that I'm hurting with, the things I can't let go of, the things that people hurt. When we go through things um, in life and we wonder why did I have to sustain so much pain, or so much tragedy, or so much, just so much hurt. We have to think at times, right? We're trying to think of that with our 5 senses, but what's happening, and I had just told someone this the other day too, we're born through our parents. We're born through them and into the families that we're in, but we're born into, what we're born here for is the experience of where those placements are, right? So yes, we're born through our parents to experience sometimes very horrific things. Sometimes in life we've got some really horrific things that we come up against, but they're so that we have now sustainability to bring that forward and help someone, right? We can't help someone sometimes. Our greatest gift ends up at the end of our lives being that, you know what, had I not had to go through this, I would not be able to help as many people as I can. And there's a lot of people hurting. So if we can, transcend the hurt that we've got, or the not letting go of things, or the closing down our hearts, right? We're able to help people. And that's really what we're here to do. Okay? So what I feel here is that people are really hurting. I feel people on the verge of suicide. I'm not touching upon the people who are trying, excuse me, to do harm to the world. I'm camping out on the people that are just hurting and can't get out of their way, and they think their life is not worth anything. You are worthy. You are worthy and you are here for a reason, right? It's not the easiest thing to let things go, but try to surround yourself with people, right? Anything. It doesn't necessarily need to be people, because sometimes they're the ones that shut people out, right? And then you feel really like an outcast, like you've got no one, right? Um, Make the people that you surround yourself with, the people that are able to help lift you up, right? You don't want to shut yourself down. We've got some pretty nasty placements today that really speak of uh, not wonderful things, right? So I think you're going to see, and two, guys, a lot of stuff comes out where when we don't deal with this stuff, excuse me, I have a horrible sore throat today. When we don't deal with this stuff, what comes out is, again, that the chemical makeup in our body can change to bipolar. It can change to schizophrenia. It can change to Alzheimer's. You don't need to be old to do that. It just means that you're not using your faculties any longer, and they turn to mush when you're here to not only make yourself happy. And I want to show you this spread too. And the reason I wrote on it is because I really want you to maybe freeze frame this and please take away something that you can get from this. I'm trying my best to get this across. It's a very heavy reading. I feel that people are losing people. People are not able to forgive. People are carrying around hatred. They're smiling, but they're not forgiving. And that forgiveness is what's holding you hostage, right? The occurrence that happened is over. It can't hurt you anymore. But you can take it forward and you can do your part with, the gift of what that was. Make it a gift. Make it not in vain. Make it a gift, right? That you can carry forward. Okay? When someone loves you dearly and they pass away, you've got that love. You've experienced that. Pay it forward and give it to someone, and help someone that's never experienced that. Help them to experience that. That's what you're here for, right? We come in with we come in with the Strength card. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Wands, and the Star card. That's you have divine guidance in here. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune and the Star card, you've got divine protection in your life. You've got people here trying to help you. Okay, that Six of Wands is saying, you know what? Okay, I'm going to do this. It's spiritual change that you're doing here. And that Wheel of Fortune and the Star card are, if you've had, say, example, you work, it's failure after failure after failure, okay? That's going to change. That absolutely is going to change. It's just when we don't realize how much we've been holding on to, it shut us down. It shut us down from energy. It shut us down from the good things coming in. It shut us down from good people coming in, right? But what happens here is once you realize that and you grasp onto this and you say, I'm going to make this a positive. I'm going to help someone through something like this. And in turn, guys, that helps yourself. It sets you free. That in here is the success. It's also success in anything that you think you failed on, right? Your life is going to change here. It's going to change in a huge way, but this is a gift. That's why I put a heart around it. It's a shitty heart. I'm not a great drawer, but you get the picture. These are gifts. We just don't see it like that, but we will. Okay, we will. All right. Again, your advice in here is that Nine of Swords and the Two of Wands. Forgive. Forgive the situations. Forgive the things that you think you may have contributed to something or not. I assure you, and I tell you this with my whole heart, if someone is not meant to pass, they won't pass. I'm telling you this. So if you think you played a part in something, this all plays a role in something somehow. So please trust me on that. Okay? I know it's not helping much at this point, but I pray at some point it will. You've got to forgive. You've got to forgive yourself, and you've got to forgive people. You've got to forgive circumstances. Okay? And the Ten of Cups, that's the whole new life and happiness. That's, you are happy. It's your whole. Okay, it's the Nine of Cups, which is a wish come true because you know the worthiness of yourself. Anything you want to take away from here, that worthiness card is priceless here. Okay, and you've got their two tens. Okay, they're two tens. This is a whole new life, and it's a whole new life of happiness, fullness. Okay, you've got Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Okay, that's your holy grail. That's your whole again. You're happy again. You're taking something that was holding you hostage and it's setting you free. And what that does to you guys is if someone has passed, or if someone that's not even passed, but you're just trying to connect with their energies, we can't do that when we're carrying really heavy energy. We're cutting off that connection. So when we release this stuff too, I'll hear people say, "Oh, I'm getting my intuition is oh," and a butterfly just flew by the window. See what I mean, guys? Please follow my lead on this. I know what I'm saying. I know it's not easy, but please trust me here. Okay? You cut off that connection with people, and that butterfly was just confirmation of that. Okay? Butterflies to me are souls that have passed over, that are here to reassure me of things. Okay? So I'm getting guidance that I pray I'm doing this in the right way here. Okay? But just forgive yourself, because that you'll start to hear from the people that passed over. You'll start to hear from the people that are still here with you. You'll start to feel a lightness in your heart. Under grace and in the right way. Please set me free. Honestly, if you have to write it 1,000 times a day and call in divine guidance, it's here. That star card and that wheel of fortune, things are changing for you. They are. And the strength card, it takes strength and courage to leave behind pain. That's what I wrote up there. Okay, it takes strength and courage to leave behind pain. It is not a simple thing. It is not a simple thing. And we grieve for the amount of time that we're supposed to grieve. So don't let people say, "Oh, you should be long over that." You'll be over it when you're over it. But I pray that your takeaway from here is that we can transcend that. We can take our pain and make it happiness. We can. Okay? We're here to do greater things than what we think we're here for, right? We're really here to this reading cracks open your heart, and it cracks open your heart so that you can feel again. Okay? And I think that this is a wonderful reading. I think it's painful, but I think it's got happiness in here. It's got purpose, it's got fulfillment in here. It's got joy. Okay? And it sets you free. It's just a process. It's a process. Okay? And it all starts with forgiveness of yourself. And forgiveness is about other people, right? We can't be judgmental. We just can't. I truly believe that people do the best that they can do with what they know, and they do better when they know better. Okay? I'm talking about us. I'm not talking about the cuckoos on the global scale. I'm talking about us, the people. Okay? All right. There you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. Okay? Thank you so much. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you with anything. Okay? Thank you so much.